when my wife started posting Instagram stories with her work friend, Mark. She thought she was being clever. But here's the thing about social media. It leaves a trail. And that trail? It led me straight to their $2 million insurance fraud scheme. You know what's worse than discovering your wife's cheating? Watching her flaunt it on social media. One perfectly filtered photo at a time. 2 months ago, Lisa couldn't even figure out how to post an Instagram story. Now, she's a regular social media influencer. Work life. Blessed new chapter. Yeah, right. Let me take you back to where it started. That first Instagram post that changed everything. April 15th, tax day. Ironic, considering what I'd later discover about their financial schemes. Lisa posted a team lunch photo. Nothing unusual except for one detail. Her hand on Mark Davidson's shoulder. Her new mentor at Anderson Insurance Group. Mark Davidson, regional director, known for turning failing branches into gold mines. Nobody knew exactly how. Well, nobody except me. Not anymore. Instagram became my morning newspaper. Every day, a new chapter in their not-so-secret story. Late night at the office. So grateful for amazing mentors. Posted from Le Méridien Hotel. Learning from the best. Career goals. His hand clearly on her waist. Another successful client meeting. At a beach resort, champagne glasses visible. She wasn't just having an affair. She was documenting it, rubbing it in my face. But here's where it gets interesting. I'm an IT security consultant. Social media, that's literally what I do for a living. And Lisa? She forgot I set up all her accounts, including her cloud backup, every deleted message, every hidden photo, every location pin, all backed up neatly to our shared cloud. But something else caught my attention. Documents. Lots of them. Client files she'd been sending to Mark's personal email. Think this is just another cheating story? Wait until you see what I found in those insurance documents. The numbers didn't make sense. Claims paid out to companies that didn't exist. Policies written for ghost employees, premiums that vanished into offshore accounts. My wife wasn't just cheating. She was helping Mark run an insurance fraud scheme. I started documenting everything. Screenshots of their Instagram stories, location data from her work meetings, email exchanges with timestamps, bank transfers to unknown accounts. But then I found something that made me drop my coffee mug. A folder labeled Exit Strategy. Inside, resignation letters dated next month. One-way tickets to the Cayman Islands' new identities. Both of them, and $2.3 million ready to be transferred. They weren't just stealing. They were planning to disappear. Together. I dug deeper into Mark Davidson's history. 3 insurance companies, 3 fraud schemes, 3 quick exits, and 3 ex-wives who never saw it coming. Lisa wasn't special. She was next in line, both as a lover and as a fall guy. You think you know where this is going? Trust me, karma hasn't even started serving breakfast yet. I had 2 choices. Go straight to the police. Make them regret ever opening Instagram, I chose. Option 3, both. First step, let them think they're winning. Acted distant, but not suspicious. Worked late at the office. Started going to the gym, really meeting with FBI. Even joined Instagram myself. Lisa found it hilarious. Posted about her workaholic husband finally joining social media. New hobbies. Better late. Meanwhile, I was building a case. Every fraudulent claim documented, every fake company traced, every offshore transfer tracked, and something they never expected. Turns out I wasn't the only one watching their Instagram stories. Remember Mark's ex-wives? They'd been gathering evidence too. He has a pattern. Ex-wife number 2 told me. Love bomb, involve in fraud, disappear with money, blame them for everything. But Mark made one crucial mistake this time. He'd never dated someone married to a cybersecurity expert before. I started leaving digital trails, accidentally left bank statements visible, made fake phone calls about investments, created dummy accounts with large balances, all while tracking their every move. Want to know how to catch a professional con man? Keep watching, because what happens next is a masterclass in digital revenge. Lisa got sloppy, started posting more brazenly. Selfies from business trips, clearly showing hotel rooms, designer gifts from her mentor, blessed late-night strategy sessions at five-star restaurants, even a work retreat yacht photo. Just the two of them. Then came the post, their boldest yet. Sometimes the universe brings you your soulmate at work. New beginnings, Joshua, love. Comments flooded in. What about your husband? Isn't this your boss? Aren't you married? She deleted it in 3 minutes, but I had screenshots, and so did 47 other people. That's when Mark made his move. A company-wide email, sadly announcing Lesa's resignation due to inappropriate fund management. Internal investigation pending. He was setting her up, just like the others. But I was ready. Every fraudulent document backed up. Their entire scheme mapped out, FBI already informed, and one special Instagram post scheduled. Think revenge is best served cold? Wait until you see how it's served on social media. I waited for the perfect moment. Their biggest client meeting at Le Meridien's rooftop restaurant. Lisa's Instagram story showed them celebrating another successful deal. Power moves, time to crash their party. My first and only Instagram post, congratulations to my wife Lisa and her boss Mark on their $2.3 million insurance fraud scheme. Swipe up for evidence. Love as blind, Rashard fraud alert. Attachments, their private messages, bank transfers, fake claims documents, and that exit strategy folder within minutes. Their phones started blowing up. The restaurant's other guests were staring. Their clients opened the links, and the FBI walked in. But here's the beautiful part. Every second was being live-streamed from my phone. The meltdown. Lisa's face. When she realized what was happening. Priceless. Mark's reaction? Even better. He tried to run. Spoiler alert, you can't outrun an FBI agent in a rooftop restaurant. Think this is the climax? Oh no. Wait until you see what Mark's ex-wives had planned. The video went viral. Insurance fraudsters caught live. Number sign, cheaters caught trending. Local news picked it up. Their perfect Instagram life shattered. But here's where it gets better. Mark's ex-wives came forward. Ex number 1, evidence from Florida scheme. Ex number 2, documents from Texas fraud. Ex number 3, proof of Arizona scam. And all those ghost companies? They led straight to him. Lisa tried damage control, posted a tearful Instagram story. I was manipulated. I didn't know. He forced me. Then I released the exit strategy folder. Her signature on everything. Her voice in recorded meetings. Her face on bank cameras. But the biggest shock wasn't the fraud. It was the other women. 3 current girlfriends, all at different insurance companies, all helping with similar schemes, all thinking they were the one. Want to see how deep this rabbit hole goes? The next part exposes a nationwide insurance fraud ring. The FBI investigation revealed 12 insurance companies hit $47 million, stolen total 23 fake companies created, and one massive money laundering operation. Mark wasn't just a con man. He was part of something bigger. Lisa finally broke, started talking. Names of higher-ups involved locations of hidden accounts, details of future targets, but most importantly, their boss's role. Turns out their regional VP, James Mitchell, was orchestrating everything. hiring Mark to run schemes, moving him between branches, covering up complaints, taking 60% of all proceeds. Lisa's Instagram became evidence exhibitor. Every business dinner location, all those work retreat photos, the expensive gifts, even their private messages. She'd documented their entire criminal enterprise, one filtered photo at a time. Think this is justice? Wait until you see what happened at the company Christmas party. December 15th, Andersen Insurance Group's annual gala. Every executive, manager, and employee in attendance. Perfect timing for Phase 2. James Mitchell took the stage. Another record year, thanks to our outstanding team. That's when every screen in the ballroom switched on, playing all their fraudulent transactions, meeting recordings, Lisa and Mark's Instagram stories, bank transfers to offshore accounts. But here's the best part. It wasn't me. The company's own IT team had found everything. They'd been building their own case for months. My evidence was just the final nail in the coffin. The reaction was priceless. James Mitchell tried deleting files from his phone. Regional managers ran for exits. Lisa fainted. And Mark? He started accusing everyone. But wait, the real surprise wasn't the evidence. It was who else was in that ballroom. In the ballroom crowd, SEC investigators, insurance fraud detectives, 3 state attorneys, and every client they'd scammed, all watching their empire crumble on giant screens. Then Lisa dropped the biggest bomb. It wasn't just insurance fraud. Show them the real numbers. She pulled out a USB drive. Inside, money laundering evidence, political bribes, blackmail files, a list of compromised judges. The numbers were staggering. $147 million stolen, 34 companies defrauded, 12 states involved, hundreds of fake claims, and every bit of it documented on social media. The next part? That's where karma really shows its sense of humor. Their Instagram obsession became their prison. Every casual lunch photo, evidence of meetings, location tags, proof of movements, luxury purchase posts, money trail story, highlights, timeline of crimes. They'd created their own digital paper trail. But here's the irony. Lisa's cloud backup. Mark had secretly set up another backup of her phone, planning to frame her. Instead, it gave prosecutors their private conversations, planning documents, account numbers. Everything like dominoes, everyone started turning on each other. Mark blamed Lisa. Lisa blamed James. James blamed the board. The board blamed everyone. But those Instagram stories told the truth. During the chaos, I posted one last time. Congratulations to Andersen Insurance Group on their record year. Here's a highlight reel of how they achieved it. The video went viral. 2 million views in an hour. Dajdrashadagi insurance fraud, trending national news coverage. Industry-wide investigations started. Think this is the end? Wait until you see who else was watching those Instagram stories. The aftermath was spectacular. 23 arrests that night, $147 million in assets, frozen 5 executives in handcuffs, and Lisa's Instagram, evidence in 3 state investigations. Within weeks, Mark facing 30 years, James Mitchell pleading guilty, board members resigning, and Lisa making a deal with prosecutors. But the real bombshell came from Mark's phone. He'd been recording everything too, planning to write a book, Insurance Fraud for Dummies, a love story. His publisher's advance, already spent on Lisa's designer gifts, all tagged on Instagram. Irony. The story exploded. Instagram influencer insurance fraud ring. How social media exposed a $147 million scam. From business goals to prison time. The most expensive Instagram story ever. But here's where karma shows its true artistry. Remember all those luxury Instagram posts? The Rolex watches, designer handbags, yacht parties, 5-star hotels the IRS was watching. Every single post became evidence of unreported income, tax evasion, money laundering, gift tax violations, Lisa's cellmate. Mark's ex-wife, number 2. His cellmate, James Mitchell. And those Instagram followers? Now they're all following their prison sentences, their last posts before arrest. Lisa, sometimes life gives you unexpected lessons. Mark, trust no one. Truth. James, legal fees welcome. Link in bio. The industry changed overnight. New fraud detection systems, social media monitoring protocols, stricter oversight, and my personal favorite, the Instagram rule. Want to know how their story ends? The last twist will shock even the most jaded viewer. 1 year later, Lisa, writing a prison blog titled "From Instagram to Inmate, a Cautionary Tale." Mark, turned state's evidence, still got 25 years. James, trying to sell his story to Netflix me? Well, that's the interesting part. Remember that book Mark was writing? His publisher contacted me instead. Title: How My Wife's Instagram Addiction Exposed a $147 million fraud ring. Status: New York Times bestseller movie. Rights: sold. Speaking tours: booked solid. The money recovered went to fraud victims, company employees who lost jobs, legal fees, and a new cybersecurity foundation. Lisa's last letter from prison: I should have remembered what you do for a living before I started posting everything online. My response? A screenshot of my book sales numbers with one hashtag, #thanks for the content. Now I teach corporate fraud detection. My opening line? Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how Instagram took down a criminal empire. Want to learn how to spot fraudsters on social media? Hit subscribe. Next week's video might save your company millions. Sometimes the best revenge isn't what you do to someone. It's letting them do it to themselves. One perfectly filtered post at a time. Because in the end, karma doesn't need filters. It just needs patience. And a really good backup cloud service.